Hey everybody, so today's Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week we are continuing on our series of underrated Disney films. We're talking about the 2006 film Glory Road. And for the most part, these Disney sports movies have been really good. I would recommend, I think, every single one of them. And this is no exception. I think they do this formula of the true story sports movie very, very well. And they are managed to build enthusiasm and excitement through the course of the film. And of course, you kind of know what's going to happen, but it's still just very well executed with good acting throughout and just inspirational, crowd pleasing story. And that's no exception here for Glory Road. And this one, I feel like doesn't get enough credit and gets kind of ignored by even people who like these sports movies. But I really liked it. It's about the 1966 NCAA championship. It's coming from Texas Western College and coach Don Haskins, and it's played by Josh Lucas. That I'm kind of sad that he's been relegated to supporting roles in movies like Ford v Ferrari, because I think he can be so charming and charismatic. Of course, I love him in Sweet Home Alabama. That's where I first saw him. That's my favorite role that he's ever done, is in that movie. He's so charming, and here he has a lot of charisma as this sort of tough coach who is trying to get this team to work together in obviously racially divisive time, where there's a lot of conflict. And then you also get to know each of the boys pretty well. In particularly, you have Derek Luke playing Bobby Joe Hill, one of the players on the team. I liked them a lot. Also have Emily Deschanel that is playing Coach Don's wife, and I thought she did a really good job. And they have chemistry in just a few scenes. You have John Voight, who is playing the coach of the Kentucky team, Adolph Rupp. The movie is very similar to Remember the Titans in a lot of ways, with the coach, trying to not only teach the boys how to play the sport, but also deal with the conflicts and the social issues of the day. And I think that for the most part, that really works well. There is one scene where one of the white players says, I'm in the minority. I've worked just as hard for everybody in this team, and I'm the minority on this team. And that scene is really cringy. I don't like that scene. But for the most part, I think it's handled really well. There's a scene where one of the players is beat up in a bathroom. I feel like at that time, especially in the South, that they wouldn't. I feel like that wouldn't be as big a surprise as it is for the characters in this movie. I feel like they would kind of anticipate that happening, but nevertheless, it's still moving and well done, and how the team rallies behind their player. And when their hotel gets graffitied all over it, that's definitely a sobering moment. I feel like it tackles all these hard issues, but not in a way that would be too dramatic for kids. I think you could have some really good discussions about the history of the civil rights movement and the way that we treat people and all those things if you watch this movie, and you can have a good sobering conversation with some, your older kids. I think it would be very good. And I think that the basketball scenes are well done, especially the big final game. I think that is very well done. You actually have Wes Brown, who is a Hallmark alum, that is playing Pat Riley in those scenes. So that's kind of fun. And it builds pretty well into the tension of what's going to happen, and are they going to win, and everything. I think it does a good job with those basketball scenes. So I enjoyed the movie. I think that the Josh Lucas does a good job as this coach. I think that the team is believable, and it's a inspirational true story, and I always like those. So I like this movie. I think it's underrated, but let me know what you think. Have you seen it? Do you agree with with my recommendation, or did you think it's pretty forgettable? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section or on Twitter. And we'll be doing Disney Scares Month coming up. I'm so excited about that. We're gonna have some really fun coverage coming up of all things Scary Disney. So look forward to that. And so thanks so much. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Also have our merch store, hashtag animation junkie shirts. Take a look at that. And then we also have the patron group, and I so appreciate all the support of the patrons. Please take a look at that. I would really, really, really appreciate it. It's very cheap. And thanks so much, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.